One of the most important habits we can develop is questioning our beliefs, questioning what we believe in, why we believe in it, because ultimately that leads to more growth. If we can understand why we feel a specific way about a certain scenario, or why we feel a specific way about ourselves, why we feel like we need to behave in a specific way, if we can question ourselves in these scenarios, then we can then begin to truly realize why we're acting the way we're acting and why we're reacting the way we're reacting to what's happening in our lives. The best way to discover ourselves is to ask ourselves questions. And you might be asking, how do we know what questions to ask ourselves? Well, daily journaling helps a lot, because what we can do is every morning we can open up our journal and we can write down how we feel in that morning. Let's say we don't feel like we want to take on the day. We don't feel like going to work. Okay, we write that down. Then you can stop yourself right there and say, why do I feel this way? It might be something basic. It might be something not so basic. Always asking ourselves why leads to more answers. And we're going to go down that rabbit hole. But if we can build the habit of questioning ourselves, that's where we see the most growth. Here's one example of myself. If we use myself as an example, I understand that I am afraid of being lazy. So if I am in the presence of someone who I think is acting lazy, where someone is doing something that is not productive, if I'm in the presence of someone who is not being productive, I start to get annoyed because I am afraid of myself acting in that way, because I want to be productive. I want to create a better future for myself. One of my affirmations is I'm the most productive person. So I've programmed myself to believe that I am the most productive person. So when I am in the presence of someone who isn't acting in accordance to my own beliefs, I'm afraid that I'm going to take on their actions and that trait. Even though their actions has nothing to do with my life, I am afraid that I am going to then take those actions. Therefore, I try to remove myself from the acts of laziness. You see what I'm saying? I'm realizing these things in my life. And the first step is always awareness. If we can be aware of why we feel a specific way, we can then take new actions if we feel like we need to act on it. But it's extremely freeing to understand why we feel the way we do. Because if we don't understand why we feel a specific way, we're in the dark and we're not going to have any clarity. We're not going to feel good about ourselves because we're unaware. We don't know what's going on. We feel a lack of control. When we feel like we're aware, we're now in control because we can do something about it if we choose to. But it's freeing to know, because if we know, then we can choose if we want to act on it or not. But if we don't know and something happens, we start to feel like we're the victim. We feel like we're the victim because we don't know what's going on. We don't know why it's going on. And it bothers us because we feel like we don't have any control. So what I'm talking about today is building the habit of questioning our beliefs, questioning why we believe something or why we feel a specific way about a scenario. Highly encourage it. Let me know if there's something in your life where you have found this extremely powerful, where you've questioned yourself on a specific belief and it changed the way you thought or the way you acted. Let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe for more videos like this, more fitness videos, finance, and experiences at music festivals, and I will see you in the next video.